Give me some Ingram. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cleveland Browns. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
From the 31, Mahomes looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and now it's third down. This is how they'll line up on the defensive side for Buffalo. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 21 carries, 90 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Mahomes firing complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone. That'll bring up second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Bills getting ready on offense for their first drive. They'll be brought out by their quarterback, who is now in season number 9 out of TCU, Andy Dalton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. A gain of 3, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So Dalton now. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 93 yards, and a score.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Hands up. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outside.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Single, slap. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Seibert's kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is Cook with a grab.
That's it, baby. 51 the mic.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes, and brought in by the tight end Cook. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. These two teams all tied after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. 2nd effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Buffalo.
On first down, it's Gurley. Adrian Phillips, an all-pro as a special teamer last year, in on the tackle.
Adrian Phillips on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Draw play, Madison. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
The tackle by Derwin James.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
We got 4. We got 4.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Dalton. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster.
Pick, baby. Oh, dang. Don't pull this way.
Shift our attention to Mark Ingram. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They run. It's Mark Ingram.
Here we go.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, here's Breida. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He was brought down by Patrick Wassor. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds his target. Beckham.
Let's go. Let's do it.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Back roll on the tackle.
51 to mine.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
51 to mine.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
And milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Dalton. And this is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They'll run it with Madison. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Dalton. time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Julian Edelman. Incomplete.
They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Here's Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Dalton. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
Mahomes pass. Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Gurley again here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Dalton off play action. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Here's Madison running on first down. So he got 3 at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 29, Mahomes. And Cook has it, left side. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Jordan Jenkins on the tackle.
Right here, guys. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the 38, Mahomes. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Now Mahomes. And he finds Cook.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. That one good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Don't be mad.
2nd and 10. At the 15-yard line.
51. I'm coming up.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jared Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Hill on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw here, Dalton. And this one's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd and short. The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The tight end, Rhett Ellison, with it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First target, first catch, and a first down. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Another chance for Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
31's the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 4 down.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They run. It's Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Get out the field, defense.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyrell Williams. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They were winning at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught by OBJ. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Browns first down.
They run with Breida. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 9-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still second down.
Yellow, yellow. 180.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Dalton sets up play action. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. This will be Dalton again. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
That's where you belong.
At the 31-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down now, it's Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Second and 6.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There goes Mark Ingram, the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Let's go, touchdown, baby.
Mark Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Dalton and the offense now. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 47 on the clock. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He gets it to Gurley, complete. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Throwing again on second down. Dalton looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Passing, it's Dalton. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. To throw again on second down. Dalton, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
We got a plane to catch.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Ingram again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Browns, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.